Hello everyone, I'm Zachary Van Zandt, and this is National News. I hope you're all happy and healthy and trying to enjoy these strange quarantine times. I myself have watched the entirety of The Office in a shockingly low amount of time. Speaking of quarantine, today I wanted to talk to you about the coronavirus. No, stop, don't leave the video. I promise it's nothing bad, okay? Look, we here at GWN know what you're going through, whether you're lonely, or you're afraid, or you're just really bored. It's our job to take you out of that for a little while. So today, I promise, I'm only going to talk about good news on the coronavirus. Let's get started. The first thing is a pretty big one, the making of a cure. And although it may not seem like it, there have been some pretty good strides. This can be partly attributed to the pre-existing knowledge we have of SARS-CoV-2. The diseases are relatively similar. There have been some strides made in China where the disease rate has slowed significantly. And concerning the idea that the disease slipped out of a lab in Wuhan, I'm gonna leave that for another episode. Other news on the vaccine include a Pennsylvania company in Novio having manufactured DNA strands that they hope will make an immune response to the virus. And if that's not enough for you, there are already existing antiviral medicines that have an effect on the virus. In other news, it's important to note that people do recover from the virus, so you don't need to think about it with all the doom and gloom, and instead try to celebrate the fact that there have been 706,000 recoveries, especially great when there's been 182,000 deaths per 3 million cases. I know 182,000 deaths is a lot, but it could be a lot worse. Oh, and you thought that was it? No. I'm also gonna go tree hugger on you. The environment is getting a break. China, compared to this time last year, has showed a 25% reduction in carbon emissions. The reduction in emissions in China alone between January and February could save as many as 77,000 lives. That could serve as a lesson, but I'm not really gonna go there. All in all, I hope that this episode was able to lift your spirits. I hope that your day today and every day that you have left of quarantine can be just a little bit brighter because of it. I'm Zachary Van Zandt, and I'll see you next time.
Recently, the United States Army banned TikTok from being used on any of the government-issued phones of its members. This reverses their previous stance on the app, which had been used for recruiting not long before the ban. The Army cited cybersecurity concerns as the reason for the ban, highlighting the fact that TikTok is owned by a Beijing-based company called ByteDance. Similar to the Chinese company Huawei, government officials are concerned that, due to the Chinese Communist Party's overwhelming control of its country's companies, it would be used as a tool for spying on the U.S. government. The Army was not the only government agency to suspend the use of TikTok. The Navy also banned the app on government phones for a similar reason and in an attempt to safeguard personal information. Further, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, the Marine Corps, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Transportation Security Agency have all added their names to the list of agencies banning the app. One news outlet called ByteDance China's Facebook due to its size and ownership of popular apps. There have also been reports of rampant censorship of current events, like that of Tiananmen Square or Tibetan independence. Senators have begun to try and push a motion to have TikTok banned from all government phones regardless of agency. They added to the list of reasons to ban the app, including the information that the company includes CCP members on its board of directors and is required by law to share user data with Beijing. They apparently even admitted to collecting user data while the app runs in the background. Messages, pictures, keystrokes, locations, and more. TikTok, in an attempt to quell concerns about spying, is opening a transparency center where it will allow experts to review its policies and source code. This may not do much to quell the US government's fears, though, and it will likely stay banned for the time being. Have a great day, St. Paul's.
Private funding for space companies backed by venture capital hit an abrupt pause last week amidst the coronavirus pandemic. Investments in private space companies have soared in recent years, setting a record of almost $6 billion last year. Quilty Analytics, an investment firm set on the satellite and broader space industry, has said on Monday that the cut of funding is due to the coming COVID-19-induced recession, and that it will most likely last for 2 years. It is believed that less than half of the private space companies will not be able to remain functional. The space sectors with the highest risk include low Earth orbit satellite internet networks and small launch companies. Small launch companies specialize in building small spacecraft the size of a mailbox, and there are well over 100 of these companies. Quilty Analytics estimates maybe 2 of these companies will be left standing. Both of these high-risk space sectors are capital-intensive and have heavy competition. For those more stable space companies, this cut in funding can mean less competition. For the future of the space industry, Quilty Analytics says it is still optimistic for it to bounce back over time. This is Clayton Cockfield. Stay safe, St. Paul's.
Hi, it's Jack Bertuzzi, and today we'll be talking about Earth Day. Earth Day recently happened on the 22nd and celebrated its 50th anniversary. One pleasant surprise that happened on the same day was the Lyrids meteor shower. It occurs every year in mid-April when particles shed from comet 861G1 Thatcher. With the record going back 2,700 years, it is one of the oldest known meteor showers. Each year the Earth collides with the comet's orbit, some debris comes flying off into our atmosphere at 110,000 miles per hour while it vaporizes. Let's hope that everyone got an opportunity to see this amazing event, and if not, there's always next year. This has been Jack Bertuzzi, GWN, St. Paul's.
Good morning, St. Paul's. My name is Brock Zorns, and today I'll be taking a type of apocalyptic survival quiz that I found online. In light of the current epidemic, I want to see how it would fare in a zombie apocalypse scenario. I think I would be pretty good at it because I do a lot of outdoor stuff and it's like stuff like that in general. So we'll see how I do.
So we'll say rural area. I don't live next to a lot of towns and stuff. What I do for a living? Well, I guess I could put something else that isn't this year. I'm a student, so how would I rate my physical condition? I'm not a health nut, but I'm in pretty good shape is probably the best that describes me. Do I have any vices or addictions? I am a student of God, so no. But what if there is no kitchen? Do you know how to start a fire to cook with? Or I definitely have started a fire, but I haven't done it in a while. So I'm just gonna say yes in theory. Pretty good. I don't have a natural sense of direction, but I can get by with maps and compasses and stuff. How about do I rate my endurance? I don't look tough, but I can take a lot of abuse. Would probably be pretty good way to describe me. Have you ever had any training in combat and or self-defense techniques? Does karate count? I took like 2 years of that. Yeah, yes for that one, because I also had wrestling experiences and stuff. Have you ever been in a fight or physical altercation? Not that I know of, unless wrestling matches count. How about blunt objects? I think I have a baseball bat. Definitely a sledgehammer, shovel, and some other things, probably. What about sharp and pointy things? I have a good set of knives in the kitchen. Honey knife, I have that. Have a hatchet. It never hurts to get more weapons in like a zombie scenario. From the vantage point of your hiding spot, you see zombies surrounding an overturned car. You hear someone screaming in terror from inside the car. There's no one else around. You count at least a dozen zombies. There might be more. What do you do? So yeah, I'd try to help them out. Finally, have you spent any amount of time thinking about what you do in case of zombies? I definitely have thought about what I would do in a zombie survival scenario. So yeah. Now, will I survive? Whoa, that is slightly worse than I thought I would, but not bad.
Well, I did a lot worse than I did, but I think I did pretty good for what I got. Well, according to this, I have a fairly good chance, I'd say, for survival. It looks like I have what it takes to survive in a zombie apocalypse, so that's all I have for today. I'll see you later, St. Paul's.